Hey everybody, my name is Spencer, and in this video I'm going to preview the game Chai, Tea for Two, designed by Dan and Connie Kazmaier and now on Kickstarter from Steeped Games. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to make an informed decision on whether to back it or not. The version of the game that you see in this video is a prototype sent to me by the publisher and not a final product. That will come after the Kickstarter campaign. Hopefully not too long after. If you have nothing better to do, would you be so kind as to subscribe to this channel? I've made it super easy for you. Just click that little red square down there that says subscribe. Done. Whee! Hear that? The tea is ready. Let's go! Yes, I do occasionally insert stupid bits into my script just to see how many eye rolls I can get. Let me know if you rolled your eyes in the comments so I can add to my running total. Chai, Tea for Two, is a game for 2 players. Or 1 player. Bet you didn't see that coming since the title isn't Tea for One. That's the title of my coffee shop orders back in college. If you've played Chai before, I'm very proud of you, but this game is very different. The only similarity being that you fill orders. But this game is set in the olden days where boats were made of wood and jobs weren't taken over by robots. Players are competing tea merchants striving to earn the most victory points by securing tea clipper, or ships, contracts and fulfilling them by harvesting tea in their plantations and moving it to the docks. There's even a cute little comic in the front of the rulebook to set the stage. Now, the game is relatively simple, though I would argue it has a few more meaningful decisions than its bigger brother, or sister. There are 2 main areas of focus. You've got the building boards row where you complete actions, and the plantation boards where you move up to the tea. This is a dice placement game, meaning players roll dice and place them on action spaces based on the value of the dice. The main idea is this. Players roll dice, then take turns placing them on spaces on the buildings board to complete the actions they need to eventually provide the tea that the tea clippers need. I love that, and it's implemented in such a smooth way. It never feels not smooth. I'm not going to go into specifics, but here's what you can do on the buildings. Harvest board, gain tea. Market board, gain helpful cards that will improve your plantation. Palace board, manipulate the placement of the plantation cards after you've placed them. Harbor board, reserve ship cards and their contracts. Production boards, move tea tokens up the player's tea plantation's boards. Now there's a neat concept. When you gain one of the various types of tea tokens, yellow, green, pu'er, white, oolong, and black, you place them at the bottom of your tea plantation board. The challenge is moving the tea up the board until it reaches the docks where the tea clippers are awaiting their delicious tea. Notice the various sections on the board and the dividing lines. Only certain types of tea can go up certain paths. To move the tea, you must use the production board to get movement points. You can also get them at the beginning of each round. But you must divide them carefully between all your tea tokens and prioritize based on the ship orders. You're in luck though, because here's where those plantation cards come in. They'll boost the pace at which some tea tokens move up the board, so they're very important. The game is over when a predetermined number of ship orders have been filled, either 3, 4, or 5, depending on how long you want the game to be. Now, that's enough about the gameplay to get a good sense of how to play, but I want to transition into talking about some of the interesting decisions. There are some great competitive head-to-head moments in the game. Not too mean though. On the market board, for example, there's essentially a race for the players to get the best cards, or to possibly take the cards your opponent needs. Then on the palace board, there's only one space available to take the first player marker, so be aware of that. I really like the harbor board. It's also a race to claim a card, but you must place a straight of dice on the card. Then, if the other player wants the card you placed your dice on, they can put a longer straight on the card to take it from you. And then you could counter with an even longer straight. You have something similar going on over on the production board. Here you want doubles. Whoever gets there first gets the most powerful action, but the opponent could either place doubles of a higher value or place triples to overpower. And then eventually up to 4 dice can be placed, and so on. Now there is always something to do on your turn in the game, even if you don't have the right dice faces. That's where the harvest board comes in. You simply place a die down and take a tea token of your choice. So now you know in general how the game works, you know where some of the strategy comes into play, but who is this a game fit for? Well, people who can typically play a 2-player game, although I did find the solo mode to be simple to implement and enjoyable to play. If you liked the idea of Chai but wanted something a little deeper, this is a no-brainer. However, it still isn't overly complex. I've found it just about right for a 25 to 45 minute game. Also, dice! If you like rolling dice and enjoy the challenge of using what you've rolled, this is an excellent choice. It really is a smooth game, just like a warm cup of tea. I don't know, is tea smooth? I mean, I bought my chai solely to drink in my chai playthrough, and it is nice to drink, but would I call it smooth? I don't even know what that means. So if you fit those criteria I just mentioned, I say go for it. The art is lovely, and if it's anything like chai, the finished product will be superbly produced. And there's one more thing I'll mention. Steeped Games is run by very kind people who are passionate about their games. It showed in Chai, and so far, it shows in T for 2. So I stand by this project as one I can definitely endorse. Alrighty. Consider this preview Steeped. Okay, my pun game is good, but nothing like the hilarious Plumpy Thimble.
Don't Chai wish you had this game?
Go check out his video for puns galore and another perspective on the game. But before you go, don't forget to subscribe here and like the video. Also, feel free to post any questions, comments, concerns, or friendly greetings in the comment section below. I'll get to them as soon as I can. Until next time, don't take the board game hobby too seriously. Just lighten up.